welcome back to Stoic Reflections. All right, everyone, here's the big question. Have you ever noticed a married woman giving you that look? You know, the one that makes you wonder if she's just being friendly or if there's something deeper happening. Is she merely being kind, or is there a hidden layer of attraction beneath the surface? What if I told you that what you're missing are subtle, almost invisible signs, signals that only a few can pick up on? Could she be thinking about you in ways she knows she shouldn't? Today we're peeling back the layers of attraction psychology and uncovering the secret signals a married woman might give when she's interested in someone beyond just casual conversation. We're not talking about the obvious stuff like lingering glances or flirtatious compliments. No, we're going deep into the psychological signs that are so subtle, they often go unnoticed. But once you learn to recognize them, you'll never have to second-guess her intentions again. Before we dive in, let's play a quick game. If you're feeling this content, drop a 1 in the comments. If you think there's room for improvement, hit us with a 2. Your feedback is super valuable to us. And hey, if you're enjoying what you're hearing, don't forget to smash that like button to support the channel. All right, let's get into today's topic. Number 1, she tests both your boundaries and her own. Let's kick things off with one of the most revealing signs, boundary testing. This is a subtle, yet powerful way for her to gauge the limits of your interactions. What makes it tricky is how easy it is to overlook if you're not paying close attention. A married woman interested in you will start to test the boundaries of what's acceptable, but in a way that may not seem obvious at first glance. This isn't casual flirting, it's calculated and deliberate. So what does boundary testing look like? Picture this. You're in the middle of a regular conversation when she suddenly drops a comment that feels just a little too personal, suggestive, or intimate. Maybe she says something like, "If only my husband were as attentive as you," or "It's too bad we didn't meet before I got married." On the surface, these might seem like innocent remarks, but beneath them lies a deeper intention. She's testing the waters to see how far she can push without crossing a line, gauging your reaction. Will you flirt back, laugh it off, or take it as an invitation to escalate things? Your response will tell her everything she needs to know about whether it's safe to keep pushing her flirtation. But here's the key. She's not just testing you, she's testing herself. By pushing boundaries, she's exploring her own feelings, figuring out how far she's willing to go outside her marriage. It doesn't stop at verbal cues. Pay close attention to how she physically interacts with you. Does she find excuses to touch you? Maybe it's a playful shove, a lingering hand on your arm, or an accidental brush against you. These aren't random actions. They are calculated moves designed to see if you're comfortable with more intimate interactions. Boundary testing is just the beginning, but it's one of the clearest signs that something deeper is brewing. Number 2, unusually supportive behavior. Next up, let's talk about emotional support. Everyone values a friend who's there for them, but it's crucial to recognize when a married woman becomes overly supportive, stepping into a role that feels more like a partner than a friend. This behavior often starts quietly. Perhaps you're going through a rough time and she's the first to offer help. But it's not just any help. It's the kind of support that feels almost too personal, too invested. She checks in on you regularly, offers intimate advice, and is always there when you need her. She's positioning herself as a reliable figure in your life, often more involved than your closest friends. But this isn't just kindness. This is about creating a dependency. She wants to be the person you turn to, someone you can't imagine being without. Why is this significant? Emotional support forms the foundation of deep, meaningful relationships. By being overly supportive, she's not just trying to be helpful. She's building an emotional bond that goes beyond friendship. It can even lead to subtle possessiveness. She may start offering advice about your love life, but with a hidden agenda, perhaps subtly discouraging you from pursuing other women or criticizing your choices to steer you away from potential competitors. She's trying to keep herself at the center of your world, even if that means pushing others aside. Number 3, mirroring behavior. Let's move on to mirroring. a fascinating psychological phenomenon that's subtle yet powerful when it comes to attraction. Mirroring happens when someone unconsciously imitates your gestures, speech patterns, or interests. It's a way of establishing rapport. When a married woman starts mirroring you, it's a strong sign that she's trying to create a deeper connection. You might notice this in various ways. You mention a hobby, and suddenly she's interested in it. You use a specific phrase, and she begins to use it too. She might even mimic your tone of voice or gestures. While these actions might seem minor, they're actually a powerful way of building a bond. Mirroring isn't just about copying. It's about forming a sense of us, showing that she's aligned with you, consciously or subconsciously. This behavior can even extend into lifestyle choices. If you start a new diet, she might follow suit. Mention a favorite book and she's reading it soon after. These aren't just coincidences. They're ways of intertwining her life with yours. Mirroring fosters a sense of connection, making you feel like you're on the same wavelength. Number 4, creating emotional intimacy through private conversations. Another form of boundary testing comes in the shape of deep emotional conversations. If she starts opening up about her marriage, especially the issues she's facing, this isn't just casual venting. She's inviting you into a very private part of her life, something she likely reserves for her closest confidants. This is a way of building emotional intimacy that goes far beyond regular friendship. When she starts sharing these private details, it's a subtle signal that she's exploring the potential for something deeper. The conversations you have with her may start to feel like you're crossing the line from friendly chats to emotionally intimate dialogues. If you're starting to notice these verbal, physical, or emotional cues, it's a clear sign she's exploring whether a deeper connection is possible. She's gauging whether you're interested, and if you respond positively, she might push those boundaries even further. Connection satisfies the human desire to feel understood and in sync. Mirroring is about being present in your life and preparing for future connections, creating a dynamic where your lives begin to overlap in subtle but meaningful ways, giving the impression that you were meant to be part of each other's world. Subtle jealousy. Now, let's talk about jealousy, one of the most revealing emotions. If a married woman is attracted to you, she may display subtle signs of jealousy when other women are around. Jealousy can be tricky to spot because people often try to hide it, especially in situations where it feels inappropriate, such as when a married woman feels possessive of someone who isn't her husband. For instance, if you're talking about another woman and she suddenly goes quiet or makes a slightly edgy joke like, "She must be special if you're mentioning her so much." It's not just a casual remark. These small reactions stem from deeper emotional responses. Even the tiniest hint of jealousy signals that she's emotionally invested in you and isn't comfortable with the idea of you being close to other women. She might also subtly undermine your interactions with other women by downplaying their attractiveness or making sly remarks. Whether she's aware of it or not, this is about eliminating competition, not protecting you. Jealousy, even in its most subtle forms, is a clear indicator of hidden desire. If you start noticing small changes in her mood when you talk about other women or comments designed to make you second-guess your interest in them, it's a strong sign that she's more interested in you than she's letting on. Let's not forget the body language that often accompanies jealousy. Perhaps she crosses her arms when you mention another woman, or her smile seems forced and doesn't reach her eyes. These nonverbal cues can be just as revealing as the words she speaks, expressing discomfort she may not be able to verbalize. Additionally, consider her behavior when other women are physically present. Does she become more competitive for your attention? Perhaps she starts vying for your focus in subtle ways, trying to reassert her position in your life. Subtly, she may laugh louder at your jokes or position herself closer to you. These behaviors are often motivated by a desire to outperform any perceived competition and reaffirm her status as someone special in your life. Jealousy can also manifest in her attempts to assert her importance, such as reminding you of inside jokes or past shared experiences. This isn't just casual reminiscing. It's a way of reinforcing the idea that your relationship with her is unique and more significant than your connections with other women. Now let's talk about the emotional intensity that jealousy can cause. When a woman is jealous, Even if she tries to hide it, her emotions become heightened. This can result in more intense interactions, such as deeper conversations, heated debates, or even moments of tension. These heightened emotions indicate that she is deeply invested in you. If you notice her becoming jealous, even in minor ways, it's a strong signal that her feelings for you are more profound than she's willing to admit. This is something you should definitely pay attention to. Number 5. She makes time for you even when it's inconvenient. Let's add another sign that is often overlooked but extremely telling. A married woman who likes you will make time for you even when it's inconvenient. This goes beyond casual meetups or friendly chats. She is prioritizing you. Time is one of the most valuable resources we have, and how we choose to spend it reflects our priorities. When a married woman consistently makes time for you, even when it's inconvenient for her, it's a strong indication that she values your presence and may see you as someone special. Consider this. She may have a busy schedule, a demanding job, or family responsibilities, but she'll still find a way to make time for you. Maybe she texts you late at night, meets you for coffee when she should be elsewhere, or cancels other plans just to spend time with you. These actions go beyond mere friendliness. They signal that she's prioritizing you in her life. But why is this significant? When someone is willing to give you their time even when it's inconvenient, it shows they regard you as important. She's not just fitting you into her schedule, she's rearranging her life to make time for you. Pay attention to how far she goes to be with you. Is she rescheduling her day, making excuses to see you, or even lying about her whereabouts to spend just a few more moments with you? These actions reveal a lot about her intentions. And don't forget about the quality of time she gives you. If she's not only making time for you, but also ensuring that time is meaningful through deep conversations, shared experiences, or even intimate moments, that's a clear sign that she's emotionally invested in you. Another thing to consider is her reaction when plans fail. If she expresses genuine disappointment or immediately tries to reschedule, it shows how much she values the time she spends with you. This isn't just about filling her calendar, it's about maintaining a meaningful connection with you. Now, here's where it becomes even more revealing. If she's willing to make sacrifices to spend time with you, maybe she skips social events, spends less time with her family, or even takes personal risks to be with you, that's a major indicator that you're more than just a friend to her. These sacrifices aren't made lightly and show that she values you in ways that go beyond friendship. The fact that she consistently makes time for you, even when it's inconvenient, is a strong signal that you're important to her. She's investing her time because she believes you're worth the effort. So there you have it, 5 signs that a married woman may be interested in you. Once you start noticing these subtle but powerful indicators, they can reveal a lot about what's going on beneath the surface. However, recognizing these signs doesn't mean you should act without careful thought. Understanding someone's interest is one thing, but respecting boundaries, both hers and yours, is equally important. Use this knowledge to make wise decisions in these situations. Thank you for watching. If you found this video helpful, please hit that like button and subscribe button and share it with someone who could benefit from this insight. See you in the next video.